Lisa, I want to hear it over and over again.
Yeah, that's funny.
Lisa.
So,
Once a year.
man, where's my fiance?
She just stepped into the room.
I know, it's so exciting. I said it, well, I'll tell you when I said it first time. Oh yeah, I'll wait till
There she is. All sweaty.
She was.
Hi.
Okay.
That's your fiance.
Okay, so, okay, so it's been well, first of all, it's been about a month in the planning, from picking, over a month in planning, from picking the actual gem, to picking the ring, to having it made, to having it sent abroad, pretty much, and having it come back, and then working with a lot of our friends to lie.
Who knew?
Pretty much everyone here knew. And they kept a secret for almost a month. I mean, thank you very much for that, first of all, because that's fantastic.
Does it count if I just forgot?
Yeah.
I have to say I'm ashamed that the newest member of the family, Jonathan, you should have told me.
Yeah, exactly.
You tried, you just don't speak it.
I guess.
So, how it happened today? Well, this whole time, so people know some backstory, we had scheduled a picnic today with some of our friends to go to Golden Gate Park and to do some stuff. Originally, before that was scheduled, actually Melissa had scheduled a Tahoe weekend with one of her friends, whose number I don't have, and so when I found that out, I was freaking out. So I tracked her down with the help of some people, and then also the internet. Got the internet.
FBI.
FBI, exactly. Got her number and told her, listen, she needs to be back here by Friday night. She must be back here by Friday night. She's doing this Sunday morning. So Sonia knows.
Yes, she was very
Saturday,
strict as I was recounting the fact that Roseanne's engaged.
Oh yeah, okay. So where was it? Oh yeah, so she, and so then when I knew she was gonna come back Friday night, we'd scheduled that Saturday to hang out with our friends. And each of them, one by one, backed out as we got closer to Saturday. So by like last night, Melissa's just really, she's like, fine, you know what, we'll just do our own thing or whatever. And luckily, Melissa had told me she recently got straight A's this past semester, so she was really excited. So she told me, so I was like, well, let's go celebrate. I want to go celebrate your straight A's. And we'll have a day of beauty. So, so we woke up this morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. because I couldn't sleep, and I was having like anxiety dreams, just about everything you can imagine. I was just so
She says
nervous.
no.
No. So
Can I put an input? Oh, well,
yeah, go ahead.
He was staring at me this morning. And now I understand why. Is she the one?
No compliment. So what happened? Then I woke up at 6 a.m. and started staring at her for a couple hours. I didn't want to wake up too early because I knew everything was on a time frame. We had to be here between like that 2 and 2:30. I blew that one, but I knew we were going to do a mani-pedi, and I knew that was going to be an hour and a half because we got this really cool champagne pack, which was kind of fun. If you guys haven't had a mani-pedi, if you're a guy, you should get a mani-pedi. It's kind of fun. What are you looking at me for? So we woke up, we got dressed. I tried to extend it out because it was still a little early, and I was watching some TV. Took a really slow shower, and we went to eat breakfast at Q Restaurant. We sat at the bar because we were a little late and I was a little nervous, and we quickly ate our food, and we had the mani-pedi for an hour and a half, and I realized it was still early, so we both decided we were going to go pick up our laundry, some dry cleaning we had, and then to go home to pick up the girls. We have a little gift for the girls, and then also to use the bathroom. So, there's more detail than you want to know, but I'm filtering it out.
I'm really happy I went to the bathroom.
You guys really want to know. I haven't. Okay, so then we went to the bookstore. So the bookstore, I had yesterday gone and talked to the owner, his name's Kevin, and told him my idea was to bring Melissa there and to take her to a certain spot in the bookstore. The bookstore itself is Green Apple because we both love books more than anyone I know.
Is this like department?
We love books, we love knowledge, we love reading. And so, I just thought it was an appropriate symbolic place, and we always go there and buy our books, even when we probably shouldn't be buying any more books. We do. So I convinced him to help me out. I burned a CD with some music that's really important to us. It's Juanes and Carlos Vives, and I had him, yeah, I brought it. Yeah, I had it in my jacket. And I had him, I walked in and I did the whole, like, the sting.
Yeah.
My nose, or finger my nose. And he went upstairs, turned on the music. We went into the little nook, because it's a little small atrium in the back. He made sure no one went in. And then you want me to read?
You read me a lie.
I had to do a lot of the last misdirection. So one thing I wanted to start off, I started off by saying that, you know, this past week we found out that 2 of our friends were engaged. And after we found that out, Melissa was upset with me because I hadn't asked her yet. So,
It's okay, girl, I understand.
yeah.
Our intern was engaged.
Yeah. So then I wanted to do one last misdirection, so I had written her a poem that's called The Promise. And I started off by saying, Melissa, you know, I know I know you want to get engaged really soon, and I know we can't do it just yet, but I wanted to promise you that it's going to happen someday. And so I read her this poem. You want me to read the poem?
Go for it.
Okay. So I go, it's called Promise, and it goes, on some rainy day, when surrounded by friends, I want to be staring at you through hazy and love eyes. And I put these hazy and love eyes. I go, it's the end of a road, one built on this promise, that I will love you until tomorrows no longer can convince themselves to come out and play again. It's funny, I think, to stand here and sound out my heart's unknown language. But if I could think of one perfect thing to say, I'd forget it anyway, because you're standing here in front of me. I go, no more doubts, no more fears. My promise is true like time, like direction. Know that we'll be standing there one day, surrounded by affection. And I go, on this rainy day, I've promised. And so I read her that poem and told her that it's going to happen. I promise you and I love you, and I just want you to know that. And then I brought up a question she once asked me, another whole story I won't get into, but she asked me a certain question, and I go, I think it's like, you know, what do you want with me? She asked me that once. And so then I told her, you know, I wanted her to be in music's playing in the background, and I told her I wanted her to be my friend, my partner, you know, my soulmate. I can't remember what I said. And then I got down on one knee, and then all of a sudden her face just kind of like, and I was just like, oh, geez, this is getting hard. So I started to kind of tear up, and she started to tear up, and then that's when I asked her, and it happened. And so that was it. That was the story. It was great.
It's a wonderful
And then they brought champagne. The Green Apple people brought champagne and they toasted with us.
You might get a discount on books if you go down.
So anyway, so my fiance Melissa Vidas, thank you very much, and to our friends here. Thank you.
Cheers.
Salud.